Hi, I'm Vicky. I love books and enjoy reading. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is to read. If I go for a run, I listen to an audiobook. In my leisure moments, I read whilst enjoying some good music. Are you an avid reader, or you're not learning how to read? Maybe you used to enjoy reading, but somehow it has become a thing of the past. Come on this journey with my guests and I as we dive into various books and themes these books talk about. Every week, I speak to various authors who are behind life-transforming books, as well as promote various stakeholders within the publishing industry. The Kiddie Zone segment on the show is meant specifically to ignite reading interest in your child. Watch the Writer's Blog on this station this and every Saturday at 4:30 p.m. and on Sunny 88.7 FM every Saturday at 1 p.m. This program is powered by Reveal Multimedia and supported by The Writer's Blog. Read, write, indulge your mind. Hello and welcome to the Writer's Blog talk show. This is a program that is designed to promote authors and their works, Ghanaian authors for that matter, and every single person who is a stakeholder in the industry. As much as possible, we want to promote and support your work. We are proudly powered by Reveal Multimedia and supported by Ako Books Audio, Kari's Books, Anyedu, Challenge Enterprises of Ghana, Cody's Beauty and Fashion GH, Side Farm, FC Beauty. My beautiful makeup is by Kind Ketsi FC, and La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Today I'm wearing VHAC Fashions. You can find them at Domi Pillar 2. They have all manner of words, African words, corporate words, all of that. Give them a call, number on your screen now, 0246 860 604. Today I'm honored to have a woman I've admired for a very, very long time. I am so privileged to be interviewing Oheneyere Gifty Anti. I love the other middle names. I'll share with you when we are back right here on the show. Stay with us. Cody's Fashion and Makeover is a one-stop shop for all your beauty needs. Our services include makeup, nail art, pedicure, manicure, braids, wake up, hairstyling, and so much more. Our fashion outlet churns out a trendy unisex African print designs for every occasion. So go on, wear Africa, wear Ghana. Locate us at Second Link Chapel Square, Sakomono. Contact us on 0545 988 607 or 0302 985 409 or 0504 227 113. At Cody's Fashion and Makeover, styling you is our hobby.
Ako Books Audio makes African books accessible and available to everyone, anytime, anywhere, on a wide variety of mobile devices, including computers, tablets, and of course, mobile phones. My name's Amma Dadson, and I'm founder of Ako Books Audio, a digital streaming platform, an African spoken word experience provider. We transform African books into exciting and engaging audio experiences that make reading affordable, convenient, and fun. We offer readers a library of top-notch African authors and literary voice talent through listening to audiobooks and audio programming. With over 300 titles in over 20 categories, including fiction, biographies, and children's books, we aim to be the world's largest African audio digital library, promoting audio literacy in English, French, and African languages.
Asante from Anyedu. Anyedu is a children's company, a multimedia children's company that wants to help parents to raise successful and blessed kids. We believe that all children have potential and it has to be unleashed. So we are helping parents to unleash this potential, and especially for us as Africans, we believe that this is our time. This is when we can make an impact in this world. We want to raise a new generation of strong, confident, bold African children who would change the world, change the narrative of an African in the world. We are starting from Ghana. We are hoping that we will be able to reach the whole of Africa and let the children know that, look, they can do anything that they want to do, because through Christ, all things are possible.
Welcome back. We are still here as the Writers Blog Talk Show, and we are honored to be coming to you live from GDA Studios right here inside Kokomlimli. And this is a studio that Oheneyere has graciously given us for us to do this together. So we are interviewing her and discussing from her two latest books. This is titled Broken But Beautiful, and there are pep talks, woman to woman, that will empower you in your walk. And this is titled Room 5005. There are 14 days in mandatory quarantine, the COVID-19 era, and her journey through it all. Oheneyere Gifty Naana Dansoa Anti is an award-winning broadcast journalist with 25 years experience in the media. She is the CEO of GDA Media Limited, a gender production company with a Standpoint TV program as its flagship production for the past 13 years. As an author, Oheneyere Gifty Anti has 5 books to her credit, and it includes the latest that we are about to discuss today. She is a philanthropist with 3 charities: the Girl in Need Foundation, our Dansoa reading project, which the Writers Blog is really interested in, and Happy Feet. She is a mentor, role model, motivational and conference speaker, and a strong gender advocate and activist. She is married and has a daughter, Nyamiye Enimonyam Sintin Nisa. It's an honor to have you here, Mom.
Good to have you too in
It's
my
amazing.
studio.
Yeah, hosting us, beautiful studio indeed.
It
is
feels
great.
quite surreal to be on the other side, especially in my own studio.
Yeah. But thank you so much once again for...
It's an honor.
So let's talk about, we know your career in media, broadcast and all of that, but never really did I know that you were a writer. So how did it all start for you, writing?
God works in mysterious ways, doesn't he? See, early days in my journalism work, I had lots of people telling me that you have to write because you write so well.
Yeah.
Your style of writing news reports are different. And
Okay.
I'm always, when I attend assignment, I always do the behind the scenes kind. I don't do the speech based. I do the after event, the people there, the import of it. I'm always about human interest stories. And I pride myself as one of the journalists who have traveled the length and breadth of this country, and I have the scars to show for it, or my legs,
Wow.
because all the places I've been to, God have mercy. But I actually started when, after being pushed and being told to do, and I didn't. I mean, I have one Professor Kofi from the University of Cape Coast,
Okay.
who gave me an ultimatum, but I didn't listen. But in 2019, something happened. I was going to Edumasa, where my husband is a chief, for Easter. They are big on Easter. They are like the quills,
Okay.
So Easter is a big thing, homecoming. So I was going excited, going to have a program for the kids and the elderly women and all that. I got there Good Friday, 19th of April 2019. Within less than an hour, I fell in the palace and broke my ankle.
Oh my.
I didn't take it too serious. I did whatever. I was in pain, but I did whatever I had to do.
Wow.
We thought it would go. But I came back to Accra after the Easter Tuesday. Went straight to the hospital and I was told that I had broken a bone.
Wow.
So I was in a cast, and just imagine, I was a fresh mother. My baby is just 2 years. She hadn't even started school, and she always around me, and she's my trophy, my everything. And then suddenly I'm in a cast. I can't let her come close to me because she may aggravate it. And I'm always pushing her away. And I was broken and I was down. I would say that I even went into depression. Then I went, some WhatsApp, I think on WhatsApp, then it was a hot WhatsApp group. Okay. And I realized that somebody had sent a message, a video that I had done. Because a bit of me is a segment on the standpoint. We started, I think, 2016.
Okay.
So somebody posted that video on the group platform.
Okay.
And I was talking about life being a journey. And wherever you find yourself, you look around you to see what you can work with it. How you can, if you can't walk, crawl. If, you can't crawl, sit and take plans so that when the time comes, when you can crawl and walk again. Such motivation. I just broke down. I said, listen, this is me who had said this. And for somebody to post it on that platform, you can imagine how it's gone round and how it's touched. And people were commenting on that. So I just decided, you know what? If I had a book with all these motivations in there, I wouldn't have waited till I see the video. I could just pick up the book and then read to encourage myself, to motivate myself. And that started my Facebook.
Yeah, a bit of
me. A bit of me. Okay. So that book, I didn't launch it. I dedicated it. And Reverend Sudanaba did the dedication. We sold 500 copies within 3 days.
Wow.
Yes. And then less than a week on Amazon, it became #1. Survival biographies. And it was about #1 for about a month.
Wow.
And it's still selling very well.
Wow.
Either. So that's how my journey started. And everybody, the reaction, I've sold well over 12,000 copies of A Bit of Me.
This is awesome.
The testimonies that come out of it really got people pushing me. You need to write more. You have to do this. You have to do that.
Yeah.
And my son, who's been doing the work, putting the manual and whatever, I tell him he's not my publisher because he doesn't pay. I have to pay everything. So he puts a Jeremiah, that's Boabin Communication. He keeps giving me pressure, Mommy, you have to write. Mommy, you have to do this. They won't let me say he and Stephen and Anahri, So
I thank God for
every
their
time
lives.
they keep pushing me, And even with these letters, so I have people, and as soon as people finish reading, they come, okay, when is the next book?
One coming, yeah.
And I'm sure you have the story about my little one. Just about a week ago or so, at the latter part of April, I was bragging about it because I picked her from school and then some little kid said, hey, Auntie Gifty. No, he said, Enyonyam's mother, I've seen your book. I saw you on TV and all that. So I said, Enyonyam, do you know that your mommy is an author? I said, I said, how many books has your mother written? Then she was quiet. I said, I've written 5 books. Then she looks at me, 5 books? I said, yes, feeling good about myself. She said, Mommy, only 5 books. Mommy, write 10.
You need to do more.
And this just say, we didn't mean it. Just like, Mommy, you haven't achieved anything. 5 books is nothing. Kind of thing. So that's how my journey.
It's amazing. So 5 solid books. We will do a documentary, like I said earlier, about these ones. This is the best
of you.
And these are also inspirational quotes.
Yes, words of affirmation that you say to yourself. You put yourself in there. The bit of me is Gifty Anti giving you
that's right.
a bit of herself.
That's right.
This is you.
This is it.
Speaking to yourself every time. and affirming to yourself, not somebody, but you reading to yourself and making notes and, imbibing it and letting it build you and sit and mold you and, empower you.
It's like positive confessions. And
That
then
was
this
the pearls
one.
of wisdom.
Yeah. And this is 50 nuggets when you turn 50.
When I turned 50, I just wanted to share about 50 very interesting events that had happened in my life, my 50-year journey. And so I put that together, and that has also been very good so far.
I love your style of writing. Very simple, very motivational, inspirational. Is there any reason why you pick that particular area?
I believe that I've had a tough life. Growing up hasn't been easy for me. And unfortunately, I made a lot of mistakes because I didn't have anybody telling me the hard truths about life. I only modeled after what I saw in people, the perception I had of them.
Okay.
But when I became close to God, when I started my intimate walk with God,
With Him.
I had an understanding that everything that has happened to me is not just about me, but it's about the greater good. So I think in 50 Nuggets, I wrote something about you don't matter much. God uses us as vessels. I wrote something, I don't know which one, whether I posted in one, I put it. You either become a vessel for God to use or a pawn.
Oh, a pawn.
For God to use. You either play a role positively, where people will come and feed off you.
That's right.
Based on the experience, good, bad, ugly, and lay it bare as Christ laid it bare for us. Or you become a pawn. You become evil, you lie, but God will still use you to bless His people. You understand?
That's
so
right.
you can be a good example, a bad example. It hasn't been easy. So sometimes my book, after writing it and editing, I don't go back to read it. Because I'm like, oh God, did I put this out there? Did I really reveal myself? But every time, even this morning, somebody wrote under a post I made yesterday about, a sensitive, talking about the inability to have a child or childless women and all that.
Okay.
And she said, you know why I will always love you, Auntie Gifty? Because you don't shy away from telling your truth.
Yeah.
And you don't care who makes what about it.
Exactly.
But it makes it easy for people to identify with.
That's right.
My dear, when I started writing, a few people turned me down because they said, I don't follow the style. It doesn't conform to this. I said, no, I'm not an ordinary person.
Yeah.
I'm not a certified author.
You're always
I'm
changing
just
the
writing.
status quo, actually.
Exactly.
Always.
So they just, you have to, I said, no. And thank God I got Jeremiah. I said, Mommy, this is your style.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Even Jeremiah had some reservations about it.
Okay.
But when he saw how it was going, first he said, Mommy, people are going to buy it because it is you, Gifty Anti. I said, no. They are going to buy it because I will speak the truth. So my life is about inspiring. The things that have happened to me, I can't let, especially the bad ones, I can't let it go to waste without letting young people around me learn from it.
That's right.
The good things, I can't let it go without making people know that God is real. I mean, God is real. And He's so ever present in our lives, in everything that we do. That I call myself, I started by saying I'm a daughter of God. Now I've become a woman with super crazy faith in God. But I cry. I ask God questions. Why me? Sometimes I go and do charity or go and speak it. I give of myself and I come back and I'm all broken and empty and feeling lonely. And I'm like, what is this? And sometimes things around me seem not to be working and all that. I remember I went for a period of 3 years without a car. Meanwhile, I was raising money for people, for medicals, for other things and doing parties. And I'm like, God, what about me? And God said, you see that child I gave you? Do you know how, much that child cost? Can you pay for it? You know, it's just, I mean, I don't understand how God deals with me. But what I know is especially when the inspiration comes and God wants me to share and I don't share,
It becomes a burden.
oh, I can't sleep.
Yeah. He'll
So
deal with
sometimes,
you.
if you follow me on social media, my most emotion sensitive and inspirational, I put sometimes I don't. So I'm a stubborn child. I'm a rebel. You know.
And we love you just the way you are. This is really super, and I thank God really for your life. I'm guessing that you didn't know that Oheneyere Gifty is a woman of faith. I mean, after reading these books, I said to myself, wow. Now, when she says, it's okay, come over for the books, I get here around 7:45, 8, and she's in the office already. I mean, she's changing lives, transforming lives, at least for me, over the years, following her with broadcasting and all of that, and coming in contact with these books, I'm a changed person. When we are back from this break, we are diving deep into these 2 books, and I know you will be blessed. It's the Writer's Block Talk Show. Stay with us right here. There are many who have gone to their graves with untold stories. Stories meant to change and transform lives. Don't let that happen to you. If a story isn't you, it has to come out. It must be told. Do you have an idea or a life-transforming story to share? Do you want to write a book but don't know how? Let the expert writers at Reveal Multimedia help you out. Are you a preacher with a desire to convert your sermons into books and other readable materials? Reveal Multimedia offers efficient and on-time audio-to-text transcription services at a very affordable price. We also transcribe interviews, documentaries, etc. We offer other editorial services such as editing and proofreading. That's not all. At Review, the author and his or her book are our priority. We are the brain behind the Writer's Blog, a book review program which airs on Sunny FM and Sunny TV, meant to celebrate authors and their works, as well as promote other stakeholders in the publishing industry. We offer PR services for authors with top-notch publicists who create thrilling stories, book reviews and commentaries, organize book launches and related events to provide mileage on all meaningful media platforms for the author and their works. Call on us today to help bring every creative idea to life. For more information, call, text or send a WhatsApp message to 0552 535 036 or 0208 428 322. Send us an email, revealmultimediagh@gmail.com. Facebook, Instagram and YouTube at Reveal Multimedia GH. Our website is www.revealmultimediagh.com. Reveal Multimedia, dreams come alive. Welcome back. We're still here, GDA Studios. We are with Oheneyere Gifty Anti. Is it okay to call you Dansoa?
Yes.
I love it. So we are here with Dansoa and we're going straight into her books. I hope you have been encouraged so far. But My Beautiful Makeup is by Kanketsi FC. If you want to perchance go and have some training in beauty therapy, cosmetology, hair technology, beauty and spa therapy, get on there. By virtue of this advert, hearing this now on Sunny TV or wherever you're watching us from, just tell them FCBC Sunny is giving you a discount of 20%. So of all the programs that you're offering right there at FC Beauty. So go on there.
Go there.
You should. Number on your screen now. Just give them a call and give them that code and you are good to go. Dansoa, so this one got me shaking. I said, how is it possible that you could survive 14 days?
Yeah.
Let's start from the very beginning, traveling and then hearing about all the issues and you having to even change your flight and all that. Let's start from that point.
Yeah, it was 2020. It started very exciting, you know. Had invitation to go and speak. I was going to do Germany, Italy, and then I think Netherlands. And then somehow along the line, after publicity and everything, I realized that they were going to use me for something else. So, so I decided not to go with them. But my name was out there. And I'm very careful. I mean, these days, whatever I attach my name to. So I decided to go to Italy, thanks to the Tell It Moms group, especially those based in Italy. You know, they took care of my hotel and events and all that. And it was, really successful, went well on that trip. I went to Germany, spoke at many churches, saw family and friends, and then I came back. And then that's when the COVID had started. Italy was horrible, but I was in Modena. Modena wasn't too bad.
Okay.
But I hurried back because when the cases, but UK wasn't too bad. So when I came back, I had to go to UK for Ghana's Independence Day celebration. It was on the 14th of March. Yeah, so I was the keynote speaker. So I went. And then I think it was on the 20th that the president, I think we had our first case on the 12th.
Okay.
Ghana had its first case on the 12th. I said, just went. And gradually, we were hearing things. It was getting worse and everything. Then on the 21st, the president addressed the nation, 21st of March, addressed the nation saying that they had to take stringent measures and the border was going to be closed and at midnight on 22nd of March and all that. There was some people, Ghana, you can go through and all that. But my host then, Mrs. Quarter said, Gifty, you never know what may happen. So you know what, let's go and try. We called British Airways and it was difficult changing my flight. Yeah. So bottom line, I had to buy a new ticket. So quickly, she whisked me to the airport at dawn. We managed to get economy tickets and I came. Right from the airport, we were told that when you get to Ghana, you're going to go into mandatory quarantine. That's what the president says. I said, but this is Ghana. I thought I was, Gifty Anti. I could get away with it, So cool. Went through every step of the way, every checkpoint at the airport, Heathrow, you were told. Before we boarded the flight, we were told. In the flight, we were told that when we come, we are going straight to mandatory quarantine. We got to airport and it was as if Ghana was at war. The military were there, the police were there, National Security Minister, his deputy, BNI. They were all there. And we're told, welcome. We sat down. Our things came. Everybody, nobody helped anybody. Everybody picked up their own things. And then straight were taken to mandatory quarantine for 14 days. The first 7 days, our windows were not allowed to be open because it was early days. Well, speculation. They say it was in the air, it was this and that. And the kind of treatment we had. African Region Hotel has been my home. That's why I started a standpoint. For 5 years, I was treated like a queen, even before I married a chief. I got there, anything I want. Suddenly, the staff were running away from me. They will come bang on your door and drop your food by the door. Everything is served in plastics and disposables. That even psychological trauma.
That's right.
The emotional. Then come to think about it, I was seeing people being taken away. We're hearing people dying. I hadn't seen my daughter for God knows how many weeks. And I'm going to be there. What is happening to her? What happens if I should be taken to even the hospital?
The facility.
What if the virus kills me? What if I test positive? It was horrible.
And then your samples were taken.
That was deadly. Waiting for the results to come. It took about 3 days. And even the way it was announced to us.
The call. I'll find that page very soon. The call that you receive from the doctor, even, for her to announce that it was
the psychologist. She was supposed to be the psychologist.
Okay.
And she calls and, is this Oheneyere Gifty Anti? I said, yes. Okay. Do you know why you are here? I said, yes, because mandatory quarantine, I came from. Okay. So, your samples were taken. I said, yes. So what do you think your result is?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, what will happen if you test positive?
You were freaking out. I
was like, what is this woman doing? Under normal circumstances, I say, this woman is just messing me or something. But not under those circumstances. It was
something else. And then your room had to be changed twice.
Yes.
And that's how you ended up in
Room
room
5005.
5005.
Yes.
So
The first room was quite small. I have this is what
Certain condition?
claustrophobia.
Okay.
I have anxiety, and I get attacks in an enclosed environment.
Okay.
Closed rooms and all that. I just saw that was the kind of room I had, and then they changed it for me. They gave me a very beautiful room that was 4 something, big room, and then the air condition that wasn't
working. And even to get
and
them
it
to
took
come
forever.
over.
Oh Lord, have mercy! It took forever for them, and they couldn't fix it. So then
had to
they will
change.
move it. But God was at work.
That's right.
God was at work.
It's a
God
beautiful
wanted
number.
to keep me in that room, room 5005.
So this book happens to be your daily activities. It's like a diary of
It's a diary I
every
kept.
single thing that happened to
Things,
you.
yeah, and the lessons that I learned from there, and the experiences I had in there. The rainbow hours,
That's
the
right.
worship time.
That's right.
The becoming a counselor even in prison, like Joseph. I was quote unquote in prison, but I was reaching out, helping people. I was being called to talk to young people who had tested positive and didn't want to go. People who were in lockdown in UK, in US, in Italy,
Yeah.
who were having difficulties, were calling me for meet. I even I'm getting emotional now.
And that's where I said to myself, God has really a plan, a purpose for everything that happens to us.
Yes.
The role of your faith in all of this, I wanted to share with us.
I mean, I'm convinced that God deals with me in a different way. That He has a purpose for me, He has a plan for my life. That He has given me a ministry
That's right.
that I have to avail myself to. Because it's not easy.
It's not.
Being in that room and having to reach out
That's
and
right.
to
It's
be
another
there.
person.
If at first I could say, are these people selfish? Don't they know where I am? Don't they know I don't have access to my child? Don't they know about? But
At a point, you even had a friend or so coming to confirm if you were really under mandatory quarantine.
Yes. That was a doctor, Dr. Ernest
Okay.
Media, and Nesesiedu.
They were wondering if truly you were.
Because
after all
people
the
were
posts.
speculating that, because I don't know how they expected me to be in the same, or where they were expecting to see me. They felt that because there was speculation and some people were made to go away and kind of thing. So I'm sorry, I'm tearing up a bit. they were they wanted to be, I'm fine, don't worry. they wanted to be sure that if it's true. And then he came and he said, Gifty, really? Some people were thinking, I said, no, I'm here. That's why I was doing the videos, and then I was in the one. A former Speaker of Parliament was in quarantine. A chief, one of the big chiefs, and he wrote the foreword for my book, Nana Kufinti. He was there. He was in quarantine. My brother, Pastor Kwabna Boateng, Ejeni Boateng of ICGC. East LEGON branch. I forgot him later, but I even went to speak there quite recently.
Okay.
He was there in quarantine. There were lots of people who were kept. I mean, when we started, I must say that I have a lot of issues with my country, Ghana, but we did our best. Ghana was straight. That is why, though many people died, we didn't have as many people
were
as
saved.
possible.
Yeah.
I was impressed, and sitting back, I'm grateful that it was handled that way.
In one of your the pages, you talked about getting into trouble for posting something about Ghana being too strict, or the police.
Yes.
You got into trouble
for that. Yes. I mean, I just felt that they were being, but then benefit of hindsight now, Ghana did the best that they had to do.
It's amazing.
I mean, I got there. Honorable Kandapa is like a father, like an uncle. I call her Uncle Kandapa. So I call her Uncle Kan. So, Oheneyere Waba. Besi Yankwe. I mean, straight up. My husband was coming to take my thing. He said, no, they won't be allowed. When we were in quarantine, I mean, there's a brand of water that I don't take. I actually cough. I react to something in it.
Okay.
So and that's what they had at the hotel. So I asked my husband to buy me any other.
And they wouldn't let him in.
They wouldn't let him in. They wouldn't take the water from him. Nothing.
really trying times. But this book has a lot of lessons. When we are back from this break, we're going to talk about the lessons in there, which is sort of tied also to these nuggets that we have in this other book, Broken but Beautiful. We are going for TWB Nuggets with Baba Ukran. We'll be back after this. Stay with us.
This is TWB Nugget. Hello and welcome to TWB Nugget. It's been a while, I know. We are starting a new series, tips on how to get the most out of reading a book. One of the most common habits shared by most successful people is reading. Extraordinary people spend a lot of their time reading. They know that if they want to get better results, they ought to read and learn. However, reading doesn't equal learning. You can read 100 books, but if you do it for the sake of reading and finishing the book, you will never get the most out of it. So, the question is, how can you get the best out of a book? If you really want to make positive impacts through reading, you need to learn how to get the most out of it. Our tip for today: identify your purpose for reading. So, you have found the book you want to read, like the book you just picked. Ask yourself, why do I want to read this book? What is your objective? When you know the purpose of reading a book, you are given an instruction to your mind of what to look out for as you read. It gives you a sense of mission. Your mind will then act like Google and look for the solutions in the book as you read. And that is our tip for today. Tune in next week for yet another key tip on how to get the most out of reading a book. I am Baba Ukran, and as I always say, bye for now.
Congratulations to Vicky. She's been so amazing. She's been able to find a niche for us Christian parents who are just looking for ways to empower and encourage our children.
Seeing kids, parents, teachers coming together to talk about books, to talk about reading. I believe that the little ones who came around today have learnt a lot.
It was amazing, and I loved the part of the kids where you could color, you could build houses out of blocks, make whatever you want.
It's a kind of a marketplace where we brought together both writers to think through and relate to the value of reading.
Today has been awesome. We've been able to introduce more people to the awesome work that Janelle has done. The 2 books were nicely patronized, and we thank you.
Coming face to face and joining many authors who have written amazing inspirational books was an exciting one for me. Also, the active involvement of children, especially at a young age, is a good turning point, especially for this particular program.
With God's help, it's going to get better and bigger. Great job, Bryce's vlog, and we wish you all the best.
Welcome back. Fun time here at the studio, GDA Studios. It is right here inside Kokomlimli. I'm here with our Dansoa. She is Oheneyere Gifty Anti. We are discussing from her book, room 5005, which is 14 days in mandatory quarantine. And then, of course, the other beautiful group, which I'm hoping that will be able to share a few nuggets from Broken but Beautiful. I thank God for her life and for yielding to this call to write, because really some of us are truly being blessed. So the Writer's Blog has a magazine. The online magazine is called The Review. We are slowly becoming a voice for authors right here. If you have an article, you have a book you want us to write a commentary or review on, just give us a call and we'll do just that for you. We also have a book club for kids and adults. Give us a call, be part. Just send the word book club to the number on your screen now, 0542 535 036, and we will get right back to you. Our Dansoa.
Yeah.
So eventually you tested negative.
Yes.
And I love the way you are able to put yourself out there. Most of the time, with what you've achieved over the years, everybody wants to keep to their corner.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to get to know what I'm into.
Yeah.
But you lay it bare all the time. And this is the time where a doctor comes to you. One of your colleagues, I think, you were on the same plane.
No,
you weren't. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's the woman.
The woman, yes.
The woman next door.
Yes, Dr. Usu.
No, Dr. Usu was the doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of the doctors handling the COVID cases, and he was on a routine check.
Okay, to come and let you know that you tested negative.
Exactly.
All right, and this is from page 106 we're reading.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, if we can take it from the woman, woman who came to
you first.
That's 107.
107, straight away from there. Okay.
I went on my knee. This is after Dr. Seusu had
left. Okay.
Okay, so I went on my knees and prayed, thanking God. Then I had a knock. It was Auntie Betty from next door.
Next door, okay.
She had also tested negative. She then hugged me. As soon as she left, I made hot water and wiped myself from head to toe. I even put sanitizer on my body and face. Lord, I hadn't realized how paranoid and traumatized this virus had made me. Oh Lord, I don't want wahala. I want my daughter to be the first person I hug when I get home. Now my body is itching. Let me go and bath again. Yes, it was that scary. Well, yes, I posted on social media that I had tested negative. As a public figure, speculation about me was always rife. I needed to give people proof that I had tested negative. Thankfully, the letters they gave us were personalized. God is faithful, and I give him all the glory.
This is amazing. I'm sure she didn't know this is what you went to do.
No, actually, she got to know after the book came out, and I think she's in US.
Okay.
And so she got someone to get her a copy of it, because I told her that, and she really said, "Hey, Gifty, is that what you did?"
You just needed to be safe. I mean,
because I realized
100%.
When I hugged you, I wasn't feeling the Gifty Anti. I know I wasn't really feeling. So I thought that maybe, you were taking my emotions. And no, I wanted my daughter to be the first person I hug when I get home, not you. And I mean, unfortunately, when I got home,
she was
asleep.
Yeah.
But I still went to hug her.
Yes, you did. It's amazing. And really, we thank God for your life and this survival. So there are some nuggets in here.
Yeah.
For every one of us. You also shared in one of the chapters about the importance of being grateful, the power of gratitude. And I see it's something you do a lot. You appreciate all the time.
Yeah.
Why that key, and why is it so important?
My father, growing up, my father actually said to me that everything that happens to me, I should know that it's just by the grace of God. That no one owes me anything apart from my parents who birthed me. No one owes me anything. Everything that happens to me is just by the grace of God, and I'm assured gratitude to every single person.
Wow.
So I grew up on that. If you read 50 Nuggets at 50, I talk about the first time I appeared on TV, how my father reacted, made me realize that, listen, I'm the least in the family. It's just by the grace of God that I find myself in this public space and so-called, fame and all that. So I should never forget who I am. I'm 52 years. My siblings, I'm the last of 8 children. But still, everything I do, I need to, I'll have to, sometimes feel like, I'm a married woman, I have my own business. Why do I have to account to them where I'm going and all that? But it's inbuilt. So if I don't do it, I feel guilty. So I always have to tell them, from my little girl to my house help to my houseboy to my husband, whoever, everything you do for me, it just comes out naturally. Oh, thank you. That spirit of gratitude I was raised on. And then being close to God and experiencing the things I've experienced too has really made me realize that, listen, gratitude
is everything.
Is everything. gratitude opens doors. And I teach my staff all the time. I tell them that when I do things for you, don't take, people have this tendency of taking things for granted.
For granted, yeah.
Taking people, as for Auntie gives it this, mommy dear, she'll give it. But I tell them that showing gratitude, built up. Yes, I'm naturally a giver. That's why my father named me Gifty. That's what he told me. But showing gratitude, making me know that you appreciate this, gives me that edge to do more. Because everybody needs affirmation. Right. Even Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Even God, who knows our hearts, knows how we feel deep within. How much more we human when we can see. There's this pastor. I love her. Pastor Cynthia Appiaje Collins.
Okay.
She was the first speaker at the Women Call to Worship.
Okay.
Our first ever speaker, I think 2011.
Okay.
And she talked about, the spirit of gratitude.
Gratitude. Okay.
He said, God is the showman. Once you keep on going, oh Lord, I'm grateful for this. He said, okay, come on, keep it giving. Then you give you. Then you show it. Then I'm doing more. And that's it. And that's the God that we serve.
Super.
He and gratitude, showing gratitude is a form of worship and praise. Just saying, God, thank you. It's if you don't pray for the whole day and all you say, Lord, I thank you. God, thank you. Don't be specific. That's God, thank you. Opens so many doors. And that's a lesson I've learned. And every time it happens. And when I give him the glory, he shows up big time. He shows up
big time. He's a showman.
He's a showman.
If you've not learned anything at all right now, God is a showman. Now, you talked about position, power, authority. And one of the lessons in this book, and that's page 128.
Yeah. Position of authority, fame, and clout is for while it is convenient.
Most of us feel that we need to be in a certain space. We need to belong.
Yeah.
In order to be relevant.
Yeah.
But you're telling us here that that's not just it.
No, if you do that, you are taken for that. I tell people that this book is for everybody, for politicians, for lawyers, for whatever it is. I'm a student. I started my professional journalism on politics, hosting a newspaper review. So I've seen lots of politicians. Once they leave power, nobody cares about them. So really, it was because you were a minister, you're a deputy minister. It's because you were a pastor, because you were, a famous, celebrity. That is what you're doing. If you live and ride on the fame. So in 50 Nuggets at 50, I love titles, but I live the titles. Do you understand? So I'm Oheneyere Gifty Anti. What am I doing with that title, Oheneyere? I'm a pastor. What am I doing with it? Before I became Oheneyere, I had the Girl in Need Foundation. It was a philanthropic group. I'm still doing it. I'm still giving. That has propelled me to even continue to do more for the people of Edumasa.
Wow.
So if today, touch wood, I'm no more Oheneyere, now I don't lose anything. I only lose the title.
But you're still you.
But I'm still me. That value that people place on me, the value is not on the Oheneyere title. It's on what I do.
That's right.
So without that position, can I still deliver? Can I still touch life? Can I still impact lives? But most of the time, people ride. They just leave the title.
Cruising.
Oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. When that title is no more, you become nothing.
And that brings us to the next point. I think we are rounded up in just a bit. Humility is a precious gift.
It is.
You said I had always counted myself as a humble person. My first few days in mandatory quarantine taught me that I had and still have a lot of schooling to do on what exactly it means to be humble. What do you mean by that?
Humility, we think it's when you say, oh, thank you, oh, please, oh, there's that. No. Humility is when you are able to accept your situations, accept your conditions, and work with it. The first 3 days, I was angry. I am Gifty Anti. How dare they? Why do they do that? But then I was humbled to accept that this is the situation. It doesn't matter. whether you're Gifty Anti or Oheneyere or whatever. The situation at hand is that the nation is at risk. And you have to be here. This, God allowed it to happen for a purpose.
That's right.
If I hadn't been humble enough to accept, okay, Lord, I am here. You allowed me to come here. I didn't go and do anything bad. What I went to do, I went to inspire, to bring glory to your holy name. If I'm here, it must be for a purpose. So I accepted my situation. I started being nice when they knock. I said, hope you're keeping well. When the medical team come and they are in their PPEs and standing up, oh, I'm praying for you. I hope you don't get anything so that your family, are you married? Are you this? Is your children? I mean, I started rather giving instead of the anger. When they knocked, banged on the door, yes, I still panicked, but I calm myself down. Don't go with an attitude. This is the situation. Don't leave here with the nurses. They are now my children. They are all part of me. The doctors, everybody, they are part of me. You know, I'm about to cut one of them's wedding cake. You know,
too powerful.
You know, humble enough to accept your situation, to understand. Humble enough to know when to rise above a situation, when to endure, when to be tolerant, when to speak up. People think humility is keeping quiet. No. When you have to speak up,
and you do,
against injustice, in any form or whatever it is, that is humbling enough, because you're putting out there for attacks, for insults, for whatever it is, and you are humble enough to accept it for the good for greater good.
That's right.
Humility is when you are wise enough to know that at a point you have to quit to win.
It's amazing. Oh, man. I think that finally we will end with this point. Your unpleasant situation does not limit your impact.
No.
Because they're closely linked with everything you're sharing now.
Yes. It doesn't.
Where was my dad when I needed him the most?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he would have walked the length and breadth of Ghana to do anything for me. Not sure about this one. For the first time in my life, my then 23 years as a journalist, 17 of those years spent as a news anchor, presenter of many shows, and hosting national events, a reporter and presidential correspondent, among others, on the national broadcaster, Ghana Broadcasting Corporation TV division. My name was mentioned in Parliament, and for a good reason, my God.
Yes.
Then Deputy Minister for Health, Dr. Ko, okay, I'm skipping all of that. And then you talked about the pain, the discomfort, etc. But you're still reaching out and causing a change so you can make an impact. I mean, when I look at the diary, I mean, the write-ups, your stages, I mean, what you went through every single day, sharing on Facebook, and sometimes the impact.
Yeah.
Because then somebody sits back and say, it's happening to Oheneyere Gifty. She's going through it, and this is what she's doing.
Yeah.
I can also survive. Yeah. And you're making an impact. Yeah. I just want you to use this point as your last encouraging point for someone watching us now.
Yeah.
What do I do? What does it take for me to overcome the many issues I'm facing as a person?
First of all, be humble enough to accept your situation. Knowing that this is it. Don't live in denial. Living in denial does not help anything. Pretending that everything is okay. I think in one of the books, I think I wrote about pretense is hard.
It's hard.
Yeah. I think 15 nuggets actually.
Yeah.
15 nuggets at 15. I wrote a lot,
so much. We have to come back, team. We have to come back.
You know, pretense, life is hard. Don't pretend. But accept that this is me. This is the situation I'm in. What can I do about it? How can I let it work for me? I'm at my happiest. I tell people my greatest ambition or aim and wish in life is to be happy. I am happy when I'm helping out. I'm happy when people say that your story touched me. I'm happy when somebody says, because of you, I've come back to school. I'm happy when it says, because of you, or because of the people you brought, because of your show, because of your books. I am happy. I'm happy when my daughter laughs. I am happy when my husband speaks fondly about me on radio or whatever it is. And you need to accept that this is where I am. When my uncle, and I came to accept that this is it. It's going to be 6 weeks. Okay, they said, what can I do with the 6 weeks? I think it was after the second week that I saw the message.
Okay.
I started writing. Okay, let me write. I started writing. When in mandatory quarantine, what would I do? Let me start praying. I started praying, and the first time I had that rainbow experience, I got closer to God. I remember, one pastor calling me, telling me, giving me a verse in Isaiah, and somehow I went straight to open Isaiah 60. That's and that was like power. That was my prayer for them to date. It is my source of inspiration, my go-to, chapter and verse and everything in the Bible. When you accept that this is me, that is the only way you can take that bold step to make the change. When you're in an abusive relationship, if you're in an abusive space, pretending will not help you, will not go away. But when you accept that, let's say, I'm a broken woman, I'm being maltreated, what can I do about it? You take the step to seek help, to empower yourself. That is when you can take that bold step to liberate yourself.
That's right.
When you're humble enough to accept your situation, your pain becomes your power. Your hurt becomes your honor when you're able to overcome it. It's not an easy journey. It's still, when you read 50 Nuggets at 50, at a point in time, I lost everything. From having cars, to traveling first class twice a year, to sleeping in the best of hotels, to not having a car, for not having enough money to even buy the basic things I need. Because I lost everything.
That's right.
But I'm still now recovering. Even then, God gave me some of the most powerful platforms when I lost everything.
That's right.
That picture, I think I need to frame it. When I was this beautiful red gown made for me by my brewery, my designer, going for an awards program, standing by a red small car. And everybody saw the picture. What they didn't see was that it was an Uber that went to drop me there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an Uber that went to drop me at and this Uber driver thought he was doing me a favor. Dropped me right at the entrance of the red carpet. So me too, I got down and posed. The cameras, they're taking me pictures. I walk confidently there.
You turn everything around, negative, whatever,
Tell people, if it's one dress you have, just make it work for you.
With pride.
What the young people use to rock it. Rock it, one step at a time. Life is a journey, it's not a race. Even if it's a race, you run it at your own pace.
That's right.
Look at the time I had my child. At that time, some of my mates had grandchildren. But my story has become a motivation, encouragement. And it's been, it brought glory to God. That's why I call my daughter Nyame Enyo Nyam, the glory of God. So in all things, life, there'll be good times, there'll be bad times. That's why I wrote this book. Broken but beautiful, and dedicated to every single woman who has been broken, who is going through brokenness and will be broken or may be broken, because especially as women and some men as well, the brokenness it keeps all forms and shapes.
That's right.
But every time, remember that this is not the end. The end is when you've gone deep down the grave, and once you have life, there's some beauty in you.
Once you have life
and use it.
There is some beauty in you. Find it and use it. Oheneyere, this is just amazing. Dansoa. How much are these books going for?
It's one is 65 Ghana cedis, but anytime you see it, give them a code.
Okay.
That they will get it wherever they go. Just you mention the code and get it for 50 cedis each.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
50 cedis
50
each.
cedis each.
15 cedis off Maboka.
Are you not blessed for watching us today? So just send the code. There's a code right now on your screen.
Yes.
Just look for it and send it to the number on your screen as well.
Yeah.
And once you do that, you get each one of them for 50 Ghana cedis. It's actually 65.
Yeah.
Dansoa, this is awesome. And Writer's Blog viewers, listeners, we love you and appreciate you for this. We will be back because there's so much wisdom in the rest of the books that we need to tap. Your social media handles, contact number if anybody needs you, because we need to hear more of you in certain places. Yes.
If my numbers are 0543 618182, 0543 618182, or 020-886-1919. And my social media handles are Oheneyere Gifty Anti -Oga. That's for Facebook. That's where I'm very active. That's my motivational page. We do all the crazy things there. And I also have Oheneyere Naana Dansoa. That's like kind of my private page, you know, kind of prim and proper, a bit of business there. And then on Instagram, I'm Oheneyere_Gifty_Anti. Those are my only handle. I'm not on Twitter.
You're not on Twitter.
No, but my email is gdaconcepts@gmail.com. GDA Concepts. The concept CONCEPTS @gmail.com.
Thank you so much, Awo Dansoa, for making time for us. We know you're a very busy woman. I tell you, when I came here, she was already at work. You know, sometimes when you own your business, you tell them to come late. But knowing her, principled, determined, a woman of crazy faith. I mean, I'm learning from her. By virtue of these awesome books, I'm learning so much from you. Awo Dansoa, thank you so much once again, and for allowing us to use your beautiful set. We will be back, God willing, next week, but we'll be back to have an exclusive on her life one of these days right here on the show. I'm Vicky Amwa. Thank you so much for watching us. Thank you to the Sunny TV team, of course, Uche Newman, Gabby, and of course, DJ. We love you. We appreciate you. We say the Writer's Blog, read, write, indulge your mind.
Hi, I'm Vicky. I love books and enjoy reading. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is to read. If I go for a run, I listen to an audiobook. In my leisure moments, I read whilst enjoying some good music. Are you an avid reader, or you're not learning how to read? Maybe you used to enjoy reading, but somehow it has become a thing of the past. Come on this journey with my guests and I as we dive into various books and themes these books talk about. Every week, I speak to various authors who are behind life-transforming books, as well as promote various stakeholders within the publishing industry. The Kiddie Zone segment on the show is meant specifically to ignite reading interest in your child. Watch the Writer's Blog on this station this and every Saturday at 4:30 p.m. and on Sunny 88.7 FM every Saturday at 1 p.m. This program is powered by Reveal Multimedia and supported by the Writer's Blog. Read, write, indulge your mind.
Thank you for watching the Writer's Blog on this channel. If you want to sponsor, partner, advertise, or have your book reviewed on the show, call or send a text or WhatsApp message to, or send an email to, follow us on social media. This program is powered by Reveal Multimedia. Join us next week for another exciting edition. The Writer's Blog. Read, write, indulge your mind.